Hi, everyone. I'm glad you could join me for this very important presentation today. I know a lot of you are familiar, of course, from our blog and, of course, for everywhere else that has been appearing information about the so-called Tic Tac video and all that from the Pentagon and these grainy little things that they've been showing as their best evidence of UFOs. Now, I have to tell you that there is a movement now afoot that involves a lot of prominent and powerful people who are quite interested in this situation. Among them is a man named Lou Elizondo, formerly 2 decades or more in military intelligence. A tough guy. He's been to Afghanistan. He's done all this stuff. Recently, he had partnered up with a prominent UFO investigator whose name is Tom DeLonge. They created something called To the Stars Academy. But Lou withdrew from that recently to go into a far more intense and in-depth examination, research, and investigation of this phenomenon. And today I have to report to you that shortly after putting out this blog, we found out that Lou Elizondo is missing and presumed to have been abducted, possibly by evil aliens. Now, I reached out to Lou in that open letter. I sent emails to him as well. I tried to contact him on Twitter. I wanted to get down with him, find out what the facts of his investigation were revealing, and also to share some very important information with him. But Lou is nowhere to be found, missing in action, if you will. And I think part of the reason it could be is that he had come out with this profound pledge to us, a profound pledge to always tell us the truth, to be accountable for any mistakes he would make, that he would treat everybody with respect in and out of this field, I presume, and that he would not tolerate hatred or abuse. And most importantly, he would always push for disclosure about the true facts about UFOs, or as they're now often called, UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. I think this may be part of the reason that Lou is missing. Of course, I started to look at the context and the premises of this advanced alien threat theory that they're floating here, that they have to use people who have that type of experience in terrestrial, let's say, damage control or preemptive information reconnaissance about evil parties intending to attack us. And one of the things that just was so clear to me was that any adversary, especially one that would be this highly advanced space traveling evil aliens, if they have those capabilities, they've got weaponry we've got no resistance against. They don't need to play cat and mouse with us. They're not going to telegraph their punches. They're not going to just send up lights in the sky for us to chase. Why? Because that would take away the element of surprise, and no aggressor wants to give up the element of surprise, whether terrestrial or otherwise. As a matter of fact, the national intelligence people were given 6 months to come clean about this. It doesn't sound like an urgent threat to me. How urgent is that? 6 months. Oh, there are these unknown entities. They're all around the planet and we don't know what they are. You guys take 6 months. You get back to us when you can, okay? When you can. It's no big deal. So I want to know what the threat is here. Lou, what is the threat? Why were you such a threat yourself that you're off the planet? I could guess. What are you selling here, Lou? What are you selling? Me? Us? Tell me. This grainy Tic Tac stuff? This is what all your interviews all over the place are about? This is what this threat assessment everywhere over here, threat assessment. You're afraid of this kind of stuff? Nothing's come down. We can't find the damn things. So what about the beautiful 1,200 plus UFO photos from Billy Edward Albert Meier in Switzerland, which he actually began taking in 1964, 1981, 15 feet away, and it didn't attack him. Front yard, sitting there. 64 photos and a video of this. Have you looked at that, Lou, before you went up off the planet, wherever you went? What about beautiful objects like this, dissimilar metals, sculpting like you'd see in some illustration from the Mahabharata? Beautiful thing in outside the UFO. There's Billy Meier taking photograph outside of the window or whatever it is in the UFO. Two UFOs outside the window, and not only that, two photos of it. This one's daytime, hovering above the Earth, along with these two other dainty little craft. No threat. Pretty, ain't it? And another one. Tell me, Lou, if you're not disclosing the singularly authentic, still ongoing Billy Meier UFO contacts, then you're not disclosing anything of actual importance, certainly not pertaining to UFOs, national security, threat assessment. Lou, where'd you go? Come back, have them plop you back down, probably the little gray guys with the big eyes, the bald heads. And I'll personally thank them from a distance, of course, cautiously. I'll interview you at your convenience. I look forward to it. I want you to come back, sit down with us, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Man up, okay? Don't run. Don't escape. Don't go anywhere. I look forward to hearing from you, Lou.